Okay, so if you're a creator, you've heard it all before, right? Post consistently, find your niche. We're going to skip all that fluff. This is a real playbook with actual strategic moves to help you build real growth and a following that actually cares. So let's just dive right in. Ugh, does this look familiar? That feeling of being stuck, just posting into what feels like a total void. It's so frustrating. But what if I told you this isn't a dead end? It's actually a signal. Yeah, it's a signal that it's time to change how you're thinking, to go from this passively posting stuff to actively building a real community. And that's what we're calling the level 2 strategy. It's going to completely change how you approach your growth. All right, play number 1. This sounds so simple, but it's honestly where most people drop the ball. It's all about engagement, but not the kind you can fake or automate. We are talking about engaging like a real, live human being. I mean, you can see the difference immediately, right? Over on the left, you've got these empty, kind of bot-like comments. Great video, follow back. But on the right, that's where the magic happens. These comments actually mean something. They're specific, they show you were actually paying attention, and this is key, they invite a reply. This is how you start a real conversation. And this is huge, so let it sink in. A single genuine comment is literally 10 times more powerful than just a passive follow. Why? Because it shows you're a real person, you're a potential collaborator, you're an active part of the community. It gets you noticed, not just by the creator, but by their audience too. So what does this actually look like? It's pretty simple. Call out a specific tip you really liked, ask a smart question about the topic, or maybe share a quick related experience of your own. Your whole goal is to kick off a public conversation that gets other people curious enough to click over to your profile. And you know what? This leads us perfectly into our second play, collaboration. The biggest mindset shift you need to make here is to stop thinking of this as asking for a favor. It's not. It's a mutual value exchange. It's a two-way street. The whole point is a true win-win situation. You know, when you use a feature like a duet or a stitch, where your video plays alongside someone else's, you're not just piggybacking, you're adding your unique take. This gets you in front of their entire audience in a way that feels super valuable, not spammy. It's the perfect way to share audiences. But who do you reach out to? I mean, should you be DMing huge creators? Nope. The secret sauce is actually in this number. You want to target creators in that 300 to 800 follower range. Why? Because they're growing and engaged just like you are, but they're not so big that your message is just going to get lost in a sea of notifications. It's the strategic sweet spot. So here's how you approach them without being awkward. First, warm them up. Remember those high-value comments we just talked about? Leave a few of those. Then slide into their DMs with a clear, specific idea that helps both of you. If you frame it as a cool opportunity for both of your audiences, you're way more likely to get an enthusiastic yes. Okay. Our third and final play. And this one is a total game changer for staying consistent without totally burning out. It's the ultimate work smarter, not harder strategy, and we call it the content multiplier. The philosophy here is really simple. Stop trying to come up with brand new ideas from scratch every single day. Instead, create one core, solid piece of content. This one video then becomes the source for a bunch of other pieces. Here's a perfect example of what I mean. Let's say you film one video that lays out a full strategy. That's your main content. Then you can chop that up. You create a shorter clip that just talks about the why behind the strategy, and then another one that just shows the how. So one filming session suddenly turns into 3 different videos. And you can slice it up even more. Pull out your single best tip and make that its own 15-second video. Test that same clip, but try different on-screen text as a hook to see what grabs people's attention. Test it again with different trending sounds to see what the algorithm likes. You're literally maximizing the value of every single second you film. All right, let's put this all together. This isn't just a random list of tips. It's a 3-part playbook designed to shift you from being a passive poster to a strategic creator. This is your new framework for growth. And here it is, your entire playbook, all on one slide. It starts with strategic engagement to build your community. Then you leverage that with proactive collabs to share audiences. And you keep it all going with the content multiplier to maximize your work without burning out. Engage, collaborate, multiply. That is your roadmap. But hold on, there's one last crucial piece of advice. As you're doing all this, you have to pay attention to your analytics, specifically your completion rate. The videos that people watch all the way to the end, That's your audience screaming at you, telling you exactly what they want more of. Do more of that, and your growth will take off. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Are you building an audience or are you building a community? Because one is just a number. The other is a group of people who know you, like you, and trust you. This whole playbook is about building that community. Thanks for tuning in.